Bloodborne 2 just got announced on the Nintendo Switch Direct, being a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Now, it's not called Bloodborne 2, it's called Duskbloods, but it is essentially Bloodborne 2. Well, that's what people were saying, but is it actually? Well, let's go through it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and let's get into it. So, people have been talking a lot about how the fact that this game essentially looks exactly like Bloodborne is from Software. It has a typical cryptical kind of lore that you would see from a From Software game, the combat, everything like this. But there's a few differences, and these are not quite apparent at the start in the trailer. The trailer looks exactly like an From Software game. But if you indeed go instead of the trailer and you go into the Nintendo Switch From Software page, talking about the Duskbloods, they say something very, very interesting. I have to, obviously translate it as this is in Japanese, but it says, Duskbloods for Nintendo Switch 2 is a PvP-based multiplayer action game that pits up to 8 players against each other and their enemies. Players take on the role of the Twilight Bloods, a race of people who have been given powers beyond those of human through the power of the special blood, and find themselves in an epic battle for the first blood, the blood of the beginning. Please look forward for more things on this game, right? So this makes it sound like it's way, way, way different than what we usually would have in a From Software game. It seems like it's more like a PvP game, and you can see this on the characters here. They seem to be like almost like pre-made. I'm guessing it's going to be something close to what we have with Night Rain. Elden Ring, right? We have like different characters than, that, yeah, of course you do have like zones and you have enemies and bosses, I'm guessing, to fight in these zones, as it is a PvP game, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna have, this seems to be a PvP focused game, which is very interesting. And some people have not really liked this. You can see this in the Reddit from Software. Most people are being like, oh yeah, oh yes, let's go, Bloodborne 2, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. Oh, and it's also a PvE multiplayer game. People are not happy about this, as makes sense considering the fact that most people that like From Software games are people that like essentially PvE games only, right? Now, this doesn't mean that this is going to be a bad game. I think it's completely plausible that this game will actually be good, and we'll have good bosses, we'll have good combat, and also we'll have a good lore inside of it, right? And it is interesting because I think, From Software has been doing, like, look at that frog. That looks like a cool boss, right? From Software has been doing games for a long time. For 10 years, they've been doing the best Souls games. Well, I guess they made those genre, but they have done it, right? They have done Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, all these games. They're all great, right? And of course, we're gonna get more information about this, but I think they're really trying to do something new here. They're trying to find a way to integrate PvP into their games. Yes, this has been something that has been optional in most of the games beforehand, but From Software games are famous for not having the best PvP with the lag and everything. So, and I personally have always been dreaming with a game from Software that actually has good PvP, and maybe this is what's gonna be, or maybe this is the start of it. And honestly, guys, I think I have a lot of faith upon From Software and what they can do, right? I think they are actually, they're competent, they know what they're doing, and if they want to innovate in some way like this into the next PvP type games that, they're just completely revolutionize the genre, I think I'm all for it. Now, will this happen, or will this game be horrible and nobody will play it? It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm definitely gonna be there looking at it, and if people really, really like it, man, who knows, maybe I end up becoming just main PvP Duskblood gamer. Okay, who knows, right? But I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt. It is From Software. It's not like they have done so many bad things. Of course, we're gonna have to wait until Night Rain comes out and see how that one goes. But then again, that game is also like mostly, yeah, you play with other people, but it's a PvE game, right? So we're gonna have to wait until this game comes out to see what we really are up against. But I'm excited for it regardless. I don't think this has been, in some ways I'm more excited now because this is something new. I know that, if I always if I want to play Bloodborne, I will play Bloodborne. But something different, something that is innovating in the genre, that could, be something completely different that we have gotten before in history, I think is way, 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 way more cool. And I'm very excited to wait until next year to see and also get more information about it. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me in the comments down below if you're, if this has completely ruined the announcement for you, or if you're still excited. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye.